If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Row in Indianapolis, Glenn Clark with you on the Reality Check WNST. I call this next guest a renaissance man. He's a modern marvel amongst football players. Dhani Jones, I feel as though Indy...
Modern marvel?
A modern marvel. You are so unique.
I've never been explained as such, but I do appreciate it.
You're so unique. And I'm not...
You know, but I don't feel as though I'm unique.
Really?
I just talk about some of the things that I think a lot of guys in the league should be open to talk about.
I agree with that, and you're so willing to. I think that's the cool thing about that. You know, we have a guy I think that's a lot like you in Baltimore. I think Brendan Iamadanger is a lot
definitely.
like you.
I'm trying to catch up with him because I think there's a lot of great things that he has to say. I think there's a lot of great things that he wants to do. And you know, my agency VMG Element is helping guys really be able to express themselves. And you know, for me, I'm here on behalf of Courtyard by Marriott, which is the official hotel sponsor of the NFL.
And where I'm staying.
And where you're staying. And you know what's so great about that relationship is it's a sustainable relationship because I travel and I want to stay somewhere where I feel the comforts of home.
And you travel everywhere.
I travel all over the place. I mean, I've been to over 70, 80 different countries. And that experience is set first by where you stay.
Sure.
You know? And so they linked up with the league, and because they know their fans, and they know their fans have to travel, so it keeps everybody.
It's a good point, by the way. You go somewhere, you know, you're excited about going there. You get there, you're staying somewhere terrible, and you're just whole trip.
Well, the thing about the Super Bowl,
right.
if you stay somewhere where you're not comfortable, your whole experience is ruined.
No doubt.
So you know, it's awesome, and they have something going. They have at the NFL Experience.
Yep.
They have, of course, the zone set up so you can see and try out some of the different levels of the experience.
Dhani Jones joins us here live from Indianapolis on WNST. Where have you been recently? But by the way, has it settled in? Have you accepted you're in your post-football?
I am in rewirement. That's what I like to call it.
Rewirement.
Rewirement, I've accepted.
Okay.
And because my position, I think now, as I step off the field and I rewire myself into sort of my new position, you know, right now I'm just focused on philanthropy, focused on giving back to the Go-Tie cause, and I'm focused on building businesses and building brands through VMG Creative and VMG Element, and that's most important. So instead of being on the field, I'm an advocate for guys that are on the field so that they can truly transition off the field.
Okay, and so you're working with other athletes about, like, you know, hey, there's more to life than...
Yeah, working with other athletes to really help them understand and diagnose through a scientific method what's their element, what separates them, but also, it's also things that separate them, but also things that bind them to other people.
Okay, very cool. Where have you been? I know you are such a traveler.
I've been
TV shows about
Scotland, you know, London. I mean, you know.
Is there anything even left on the Dhani Jones bucket list? Is there anything that you?
There's plenty of things. I've yet to skydive. I haven't gotten into one of those wingsuits.
Okay.
I haven't base jumped. Let's see. There's a lot of things I haven't done.
Anywhere
I've sailed around the world. I haven't sailed around the world. I've traveled around the world. But, you know, there's a lot of things I haven't done.
Is there any one place you haven't visited yet that, like, you still have to visit?
I think I want to go to Vietnam.
Wow.
You know, I want to go you know, to Bloc, to Eastern Bloc. There's a lot of different countries that are out there. And of course there's a lot of different nations within Africa that haven't visited.
What's the one place that you've gone that you say, whenever anyone asks
New Zealand. There it is. I already know the question.
That's the one.
Yeah, New Zealand was fantastic. You know, the only problem is there's more sheep than there are people. So you better go there with your mate, if you will.
Right. Dhani, the cool thing for me about traveling, and I'm finally getting into traveling now as I get a little bit older and I get to do this. I'm going to go to Wimbledon this year.
You're going to go to Wimbledon?
It's a big deal to me.
That should be a great time.
It's a big deal to me to go to Wimbledon. You went to different, like, events, didn't you? At one point, weren't you going around and traveling to different...
Yeah, well, I mean, through Dhani Tackles the Globe, and I was able to travel to, you know, over 30 different countries and played, you know, 30 different sports. I mean, not 30, it was actually 20 different countries and 20 different sports. I learned about 20 different cultures. And that's what it's all about. I mean, it's about understanding yourself through other people. You know, it's about understanding yourself through different cultures and different experiences.
What was the most unique sport that you participated in while you were there?
Swinging in Switzerland.
What is that?
Swinging, it's like wrestling.
Okay.
And then there was, you know, Prados Ray, Cambodia.
I don't know what that is. I didn't know
It's a type of kickboxing.
Okay.
So, you know, I traveled to a lot of different places, but, you know, not only did that show, I did another show on Big Ten Network called Live Big.
Right.
And that's about, you know, giving back. That's about inspiring the young people within the Big Ten community to really be fired up about philanthropy, about kind of creating an experience for other people. So, life is not about you, it's about something that's bigger than yourself. So, did that show, and that will continue. So, I'm just excited.
That's very cool. Dhani Jones is here, courtesy of Courtyard by Marriott. We're talking.
Make sure you hit the Courtyard Lobby Zone. And that's at the NFL Experience.
The Courtyard Lobby Zone at the NFL Experience.
Yeah.
Have you done the zip line yet, by the way?
How come nobody told me about this?
There's a zip line right in front of the NFL Experience. It goes through the city of Indianapolis.
Jerry, you didn't tell me about the
There's
zip
a
line.
zip line.
I want to do it.
Jerry says he wants to do it too.
Well, I mean,
Jerry's the guy behind all the magic. Great guy.
of all people here, I thought you would be the first to do it. I mean, it seemed like a Dhani Jones type of thing to do.
Well, I will be there. We should go there right now.
Let's go. All right, we're packing up. We're headed to the zip line.
There it is.
All
We're
right,
out.
let me get 2 quick football questions in for you. All
I
right?
like football questions.
One, let me start with the Bengals.
Yes.
Obviously, new
Andy Dalton.
quarterback, new receiver.
I was holding them back.
Yeah, it was you.
I
You
was
were
holding
the
them back.
problem.
That was the problem. I was holding them back.
I mean, these guys look like the real deal, don't they?
They are the real deal. We've always been the real deal.
I know
The
you guys-
tides have turned.
but these two in particular.
Come on. AJ Green, Andy Dalton, Ray Gresham. I mean, those guys hook up, and it's just like all over. And you got Cedric Benson in the backfield running the ball all over.
Right.
So when you kind of look at the team and how it's been now, it's a good transition. And maybe guys like myself and Carson and T.O. and Chad, maybe we're holding the team back. But now they're quote loose, right?
What was there
Taking that from Braveheart. Loose.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
No, that's in reference to what you do when you have your archers and they pull the string back, and then they say loose. That means they let it go.
Is there anything to the idea that Marvin getting the extension and the organization sort of saying, look, man,
They're committed to him.
Right.
They're committed to him. They're committed to the way that he likes to coach and the way that he manages the players. And I think that within the last couple of years, there's really been a great transitionary experience that has set the mood for the better.
Okay, that it was a real issue before. That there was a thought that maybe everybody was going to get blown out, and
There was a lot of things that were going on with the team, and I think there was a sort of a call to action, and he responded. I think this year was sort of icing on the cake because now people really know within Cincinnati that there's a team on the rise, and I know that Baltimore fans are excited about what the Ravens got going on in Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. So the whole conference, if you will, is excited. But now since he's back in the hunt, back in the chase, and now there's truly a rivalry to be had. I mean, when I was there for the last 4 years, we had a great experience. I mean, there was a tremendous
you guys
rivalry.
kicked our asses way too many times. It didn't sit well with me.
But now it's sort of even playing field, and we look forward to it.
What do you think about our guy Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco's good. I mean, he's been interesting in the last couple of interviews because he's kind of playing with a chip on his shoulder because he thinks that, as the media's reported, that he deserves a little bit more credit than he does. But I'm a defensive guy. When Ray Lewis is on the field and you got we have guys like that in the backfield, as a linebacker position, that defense truly runs Baltimore. And Flacco, he does a good job. And he'll continue to rise and he'll continue to take that until Ray steps away.
Sure.
But that's all about playing the game, and it's about the balance. And they have, there's a good balance in Baltimore.
And then the last one to be Ray. He says he's coming back one more year.
He'll definitely come back. I don't think Ray ever wants to leave. I mean, and I think
he couldn't do rewiring, could he?
No, he could rewire.
I don't know.
I think maybe he's trying to get to that 20-year mark. I'm not sure.
I think he might want to play till he's 50.
No. He's definitely the epitome of I am evolution, if I like to call it. When I tweet at Dhani Jones, I usually tweet hashtag I am evolution. I think Ray Lewis is definitely the epitome.
Is there anything to be said about, at some point, it might be difficult for him to look in the mirror and say, maybe it's just time for me to consider this?
Only one person knows when it's that time, and that's him. And he's fortunate enough to be in a position where he can actually control the time. Because a lot of people can't. A lot of people, management decides.
Sure.
It's time for you to step away. A lot of people, the players decide because he can't keep up. He can keep up, he can play, he basically owns the team. And he's been a fixture within the community
Correct.
of Baltimore. And that's why he's done such a fantastic job, because he's not only a guy on the field, he's a guy that's off the field and well ingrained into the community of the Baltimore people. And I think it's awesome. I think that type of sustainable relationship is fantastic. And you know what it does? It raises the level of play for not only him, but the entire team.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.